Yeah, so welcome to my review of the Tin Hifi P1 Max, and yes, it does say plus. Yeah, so this is the P1 Max, which is the latest variant of the P1 kind of line. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank a viewer for lending me this, lending me this unit to try it. So thank you very much. I was not paid to this video, and our thoughts and opinions are my own. Now, as of this video, as in October 2022, I've tried a few, and this is one that kind of missed me, shall we say. So I'm glad I've managed to try it out. And yes, I actually have been using it. So anyway, let's get into the video. So let's see what you get. Obviously, this is the Max model. I don't know if they come like this or is supplied to me by the owner, but it is what it is. This one's had it's a little bit battered, but the case, well, the box is a bit different. Tin Hifi, the name's up there, nothing special. So I actually have been using these a bit. So it comes with these tips as well. And this is how it looks like on there. 2-pin as well. I'll show you later on in the video, and that's the cable it comes with. I'll show you a bit more in depth in a bit. Quite a decent cable. Bit of paperwork in there, and they come with some foamies as well. And that's pretty much it. So obviously I've been using these. I've already graphed them and all that good stuff. Obviously because these are used, they've already got some time on them. So yeah, straight into the review. Yes, on to my review section, the Tin Hifi P1 Max, or the Big Panda, it's sometimes called. Let's get a closer look. So yeah, 2-pin, very simple design, maybe a bit boring to some, but I don't mind that. So good they've gone to actual 2-pin. I think it's much better than the MMCX. I think the P1 Plus before this was MMCX. I've reviewed it, but it's been a while. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Nice kind of finish. Maybe say a bit boring, but it's all good. So straight into comfort. So comfort of these I found was actually pretty good. Yeah, pretty good on the whole really. It's a little bit thick here, but yeah, on the whole the comfort's good. So I'll go into build quality, which was again fine. They're nothing amazing, but they do the job well. Yeah, and cable, as you can see, it's a decent one. It's a straight connector, 3.5, kind of fake carbon in the middle. But you can see it there. Strain relief carbon there. Chin slider, which is super loose, doesn't matter to me. Yeah, and then actually on the hair hooks, red and blue, so you can see them straight away. Yeah, good cable, so move that out of the way. So power and sensitivity, as usual, planar, a little bit harder to drive. Make sure you got something decent. You don't need anything crazy flagship, but if your phone's got a crappy kind of output, get a decent enough audio adapter and you should be more than fine. But yeah, power and sensitivity is harder than normal, so bear that in mind. Like any other planar out there, none of them are super easy, so just bear that in mind. So micro details are very good as planar. Probably not the best I've heard. It has kind of I'll throw this into the tonality as well, that the tonality of these sounds kind of dynamic driver like, with a little bit of extra detail to it, is kind of what I think is kind of what I hear of these. So, which is good. They have better tuning than the Stellaris, which I did the video before this. I'll talk about that at the conclusion part, but yeah, I find that it was actually pretty good as well. So stage and imaging I found was actually quite good as well. These are really good extension. They don't have the crazy extension like the KZ PR1s have, which I've reviewed a few videos before this. They got crazy level extension. These don't have that, but these are still more than enough. And yeah, so sound really. Won't go too much into it, so I'll overlay the graph now. Now these, I haven't really seen a graph before these. So bass, it is a slightly warm, there's a bit of warmth to it. Obviously you can EQ that up a bit as well because Planar is quite flexible, so bear that in mind. But yeah, I was quite happy with it. It's obviously fast because it's Planar bass. I think a few people still prefer DD bass, but to be honest, I like the bass, and excuse me, it's quite fast. And yeah, I was to say, does the job well. I've tried this with a few different genres, and I was quite happy with its bass, really. And I was to say, really, it's not the best I've heard. I think DD sounds like it pushes more, gives it more slam, but I'm quite happy with it. Mid-range is quite solid. There's no real funny quirks or peaks or anything like that. Yeah, everything sounds clear, kind of transparent in my opinion. And yeah, and as you can see, there's a small rise towards the top and a small kind of elevation at the bottom, so there's a little bit of bleed, but I like that it gives it a bit more body. And female vocals are slightly forward. They're not, I would say, not neutralish, but they're slightly forward, but I was quite happy with that. So straight into the treble is, they do extend very well. You can see there's no really weird peaks until you go past 10. And the matching is actually quite good. Planar driver matching can be hit and miss. Obviously it's not perfect, but your ears won't really notice the difference, especially on the pair that I have here, which are a retail pair. So yeah, and the instrument separation is good. Vocals are solid. They sound very clear, and as you can see, the treble, apart from the 8K peak, which is from the coupler, it's very consistent. There's no peaks and troughs all over the place like the Stellaris. I think overall the treble is very, very good on these, and it performs well from all the few different genres I've tried. I've tried like Sam Smith's new track Unholy, sounds great on this. I tried my usual techno, trance. I tried some rap, hip hop, R&B. It sounds fine. It seems an overall kind of safe kind of tuning, really, but yeah, it does. I'm very happy with it. No sibilants either as well, so quite good, really. I'm quite glad they didn't have any more treble. I was quite happy with this kind of level. Again, it does extend very well, so I was quite happy with these. So conclusion, do I recommend these? Yes. I think these are much better than the Stellaris that was before this video, the Moondrop Stellaris. These are, I think in my opinion, better tuned and cheaper. I will link a store in the description who seem to be selling these at a good price, so I'll link it there. But yeah, so they seem to be a good price. I'm happy with the build. Cable's good tuning. Obviously a little bit harder to power, but on the whole, I think it's quite a safe tuning. And not much to say really. I think they did a good job. I think these should have a bit more of a limelight compared to all the other Planars are about. These seem to be a bit more kind of a finished sound instead of, you know, they're having a sharp upper, mids, lower treble and then maybe tailing off. These are consistent tuning across the board, which I do like. And yeah, I won't go into too much, but yeah, good set, better than the Stellaris. I don't know if these are my favourites, but they are up there. So yeah, if you know anything in particular about these, let me know in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.